What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about Pulse Drip. Now, guys, this is a highly anticipated Pulse Chain Drip network, not hard fork. Okay, so this is not a fork of Dripnetwork. This is a completely uh, brand new code. Okay, so this is what makes this project interesting to me is because they took some of the ideas from Dripnetwork. A lot of it is very similar. They took inspiration from it. They took creativity from it, but it's bullish because it's on the Pulse chain, and we all know that Pulse chain is a brand new chain that has not been through a bull run. So a lot of things could happen with the Pulse token, which could explode Pulse Drip because the garden runs on Pulse tokens, and the Pulse within the garden helps the faucet. Anyways, it's complicated, but all this to say is it's very interesting to me because Pulse Drip is essentially a brand new code that's built to be able to be more sustainable than the Binance Smart Chain Drip network, right? So obviously right now the price is $26. It's done more than a 10x. Like the pre-sale price was $2. At launch it was 2.5 per token, and now it's sitting at $26, guys. Look at this chart. $26. Like in the beginning, there was a little bit of a dump. You see over here, there's a bit of a dump that happened. But then this is, I think, people that bought in right at the launch and they were hoping to, make a quick flip. But bro, they sold out too early because the price jumped to $26, which is incredible. And I'm super hyped for this project. Now, I wanted to jump on today to talk to you guys about this project because, I don't like to be married to my bag. I like to explore different projects. And obviously, I'm here because I love cryptocurrency, and I'm here because I want to make money. Like a lot of you guys watching this video right now, we want to make money. So we dabble into these plays, and hopefully some of these are winners, some of these are losers, but we try to get more winners and losers, right? So let's look at the white paper quickly because, guys, this is very interesting, and there's a few points that I want to highlight to you guys. I'm going to leave a link in the description to an AMA that Moonshot Max did today with one of the guys that works on Pulse Drip. Listen to it. It just goes deep into all the information that you guys need to know about Pulse Drip. But, I want to jump on today to give you guys a quick, overview of the protocol, see if a lot of you guys are interested to jump in if you wanted to into this protocol. All right. So just like the BSC drip network, so this is a ROI Dapp, so it just generates you 1% per day. I'm talking about the faucet specifically, 1% per day in Pulse Drip. All right. Now, this one of the very bullish things about this project is, let's go to the tokenomics. Okay, so the P Drip has a total max supply of 5 million tokens, which is very bullish, right? Because we all know that the Drip network is basically there was a million tokens in circulation, and as the contract needed to mint more so that it could keep on paying all the investors, it just started minting more, which is why we had a lot of inflation. Um, it was just hyperinflating essentially. The Drip Network token was hyperinflating, which is why it went all the way up to like 25, 30 million tokens in circulation. And now Triple D has been able to lower close to 10 million tokens from wallets and from people that are selling and whatnot. But it's still, there's like so many tokens in circulation, which is why right now the price of the BSC drip token is sitting at 5 cents. But this tokenomic is allowing the max supply to be capped at 5 million tokens so that there's not so many that are going to be in circulation. So that means that the less tokens in circulation, the higher the price of drip could be. So we're hoping for some very sustainable long-term potential for this protocol, which is why I jumped in. Like I jumped in on pre-sale. I got myself 150 tokens. When I deposited, I ended up with 135 tokens. So anyways, we'll talk about that on the UI in just a little bit. But every time you do something with PDRIP, like buying, selling, claiming, opening, depositing into your faucet, or airdropping or transferring to somebody else, it all incurs a 10% tax. So that's very similar to a lot of the stuff that's on Dripnetwork as well. The only thing that's different is when you're compounding your earnings, you're using a 5% tax, and then once you're there's oh yeah, when you're claiming your team rewards, so you're going to be getting referrals from people. When you're claiming that, you're going to be incurring 30% claim tax, right? If you're compounding, it's considered like a deposit, that's 10%. But if you're claiming those rewards, it's 30% because you're technically taking it out of circulation, of the ecosystem, right? So all these taxes allow investors to be paid 1% per day, right? So this is how they're paying all the investors. Now, it does have Ponzi-nomics, obviously, because the more money into this ecosystem, the more they're able to be paying all these investors. So it's more of a, it's something new. It's brand new code. There's some anti whale mechanics that could potentially allow it to stay here for a sustainable amount of time, and let's see where it goes. Let's see how it goes. So looking at the anti whale mechanics. So there's a few that are in place that are very, very interesting. And, for me, these things are very important because we know that in our ecosystem, the Drip Network, there's so many whales, right? A lot of people got in Hex when it first launched and they made millions of dollars. A lot of people got in Drip when it first launched, made a lot of money. So we have a lot of people that have so many BNBs that are just ready to ape into these new projects, and we need to make sure that they're sustainable and they have anti-whale mechanics so that they can be sustainable for a long run, right? So these are the tokenomics that they have in place, the mechanics. Okay, so the faucets are limited to 36,500 tokens that they can pay out before they can stop generating rewards. So it's similar to what the Drip Network has. But I think the Drip Network is limited to 100,000. This is limited to 36,500. So it's much less, like 3 times less, right? So there's a 7-day reward accumulation cutoff. What does that mean? That means that, for example, you go on a camping trip for 7 days and you don't have access to Wi-Fi. For those 7 days, if you don't claim or if you don't hydrate, then you stop getting rewards. It just stops, giving you those rewards because you're not really interacting with the contract. And that's something very important for me. It's just like when I do my monthly rewards airdrops to a lot of the team members that I have in my original Drip Network team. If I notice a lot of people are not hydrating, not compounding, not doing anything, I'm not going to reward them because they're not interacting with the system anymore, right? Same similar system going on here. If they notice that nobody's interacting for 7 days, they stop giving them rewards, which is super cool. If at any time the maximum payout is reached, tokens cannot be added anymore. So they have a cutoff of 10,000 deposit tokens that you could do. Once you do that, you basically have a maxed wallet instead of having 100,000. When somebody makes a claim and withdraws token, the locked amount decreases by the withdrawn amount. So you know how, for example, in the Drip Network, every time you do a claim or a hydration, it increases the amount of tokens that are being generated by your faucet. Where this is something similar. So anytime you withdraw or you claim, that amount is added to that total number. So the more you claim, the more you're closer to max payout. So it basically incentivizes you not to be claiming or withdrawing any tokens, right? So these are some of the anti-whale mechanics that are super interesting, and I'm looking forward to see how that evolves in the future. Let's look at something else. If there's anything else that we can look at. So yeah, 365% per year for your faucet. And that's about it. Okay, so looking at the dashboard. Okay, so the dashboard, you can see the price of Drip is $26.30. There's a limit of 5,000 faucet accounts. Okay, so right now there's 420 blaze up. There's 420 accounts right now, 420 faucets. They're limiting that to 5,000 so that they can, if you have unlimited number of faucets, you're always going to have unlimited number of tokens being generated and given out to people, right? So by doing a cap of 5,000, you're limiting the amount of money that could be sold on the market, which is something super bullish. The the Pulse Garden is something very interesting that directly impacts the Pulse Drip uh, faucet contract. So that's something that I'm going to be talking about in a separate contract. I'm not in this one yet, but I am going to get in it eventually. Obviously, I'm going to get into it. But once I get into that, I'm going to be making a separate video. If you guys are interested, please let me know, and I'll go ahead and do a video as soon as I can. If you go ahead to the faucet, you see here you have your available rewards, your total locked, and the daily ROI. Now you guys can see over here the total locked after taxes. And I do have one team member. Shout out to you. I do have one team member, and I got what did I get? I got 3.8 basically from that one team member, because I do get when they're compounding and I do get when they deposit. And so far, what I was able to hydrate into my account is 3.2 P drip, which right now could be valued at like $60, which is incredible. And then when they compounded 0.62 is also another part that I was able to get right now. I just noticed it right now, but thank you so much. That gets automatically compounded whenever I want to. But that essentially gets added into the total drip that I have over here. And you guys can see, like right now with 139, my USDC balance is sitting, I don't know if it's too small. My USDC balance is 3,600. That's more than what I have in my drip faucet, my BSC drip faucet, because that price is 5 cents now. It's overinflated. It's crazy. I just hope that, a lot more people play DDD, a lot more people sell and just get out of the system so that price starts slowly stabilizing. But over now, like right now, it's looking very bad, That's why a lot of people that are in the Drip network moved into the Pulse Drip, because they're hoping to be at the start. It's one of those things where I told myself, I don't want to miss out on the opportunity to be here first. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, this is risk capital. And I'm telling you guys the same thing. If you guys want to use my link to join, actually, I'll show you right now. If you go on the team tab over here, you put in your buddy address right on the top here. This is just an example, but you put in whatever address you want. My address is going to be in the description down below. Once you put that, you click change, and it automatically does that connection to that team. If you are going to be doing that, you have to make sure to always deposit risk capital, guys. This is cryptocurrency. Just like we all were sure Drip was going to go to $100, $200, $300, $500. A lot of people are estimating at the launch of Triple D, anything could happen. And you saw the price tank from 25 cents to 5 cents, right? So the same thing can happen here. We never know. That's why I always urge you guys to always use risk capital. All right, guys? So once you go over here, actually what you could do is you have to have Pulse tokens into your MetaMask or into your Rabby wallet, right? So you go to chainlist.io, chainlist.org or chainlist.io. Wait, don't go to the wrong place. But actually, wait. Just Google Pulse Chain, right? Then you go to pulsechain.com, and then you'll see all the information you need to add the Pulse chain to your MetaMask using this button if you want, or you can just add it manually to your Rabby wallet and whatever you need to do, right? Once you have that, you need Pulse tokens. Now, Pulse tokens, if you don't have them off the bat, you can either use a website like changenow.io. If you go to changenow.io, you're able to convert whatever cryptocurrency you have currently in your wallet. You can select whatever you want, and then you can select that you want it to be in the Pulse token, right? What that's going to do is that it's going to convert whatever currency you have. For example, if you have BUSD, it's going to convert that BUSD and send you those tokens straight to your wallet so that you can have Pulse tokens. right? And then you can come on the Pulse Drip website, then you go to the swap tab, and then you trade your Pulse tokens. Like right now I have 18,000. You can trade your Pulse tokens for some P Drip, right? And then once you make that exchange, hopefully everything goes through and you shouldn't have any issue whatsoever. All right. Then once you have that, you can go ahead to the faucet tab. On the faucet tab over here, you'll see this window called, oh my God, my mouse is acting crazy. This tab over here says open a faucet. You can either click on max for whatever P drip you have in your faucet, or you can just type in the amount that you want. You have to have a minimum of 10 drips. So right now, to get in, you need at least $260 of BUSD or USDT or whatever it is. Well, actually, right now in the Pulse chain, it's USDC. You need that to be able to open a faucet with 10 drip, and then you're going to start earning that 1% per day. One thing that I really love is that once you come to the top here, it tells you how much rewards you have. Right now, I have $17 USDC sitting in my wallet. How many totals locked? Total drip locked. Right now, I have 3,678. And what is your daily ROI? So it's very, very simple, guys. If you have any questions, make sure to listen to the AMA that's in the description of this video. If you would like to join the faucet, make sure to use my buddy address. I'm going to have that in the description of today's video as well. If you have any other questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section. Like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.